Okay. So, today I will be consecutively interpreting your Katie and Nathan's conversation. So, how this will work is that you guys will only respond to me. You will say complete utterance or message, and then I will relay that to Nathan, and then Nathan will respond and relay that to me, and I will relay it to you. And during this time, you will only be responding to what I express. So what that will really look like, you talk. You're talking to him.
Hi.
You're going to talk to him. I'm going to relay it to Nathan, and then Nathan will respond, and then I will relay his response to you. During this process, there will be segments of time where it will be just me speaking when I'm relaying the message back and forth. When my channel is full, or if there is a lot of information, I'll pause. This will be my signal. If I need you to pause, just put my hand up. And during this process, I will be taking notes. They will not be shared with anyone. They're mainly just for me to remember what is said and to relay it. Any questions about the process or how it's going to go? So you guys will just have a conversation naturally, but I will be relaying it. Okay. You start whenever.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Hi.
Hi.
How was your day?
How was your day?
It was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
That's great.
That's great.
What's your favorite movie?
What's your favorite movie?
How to Train Your Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Have you seen the third one?
Have you seen the third one?
Oh, so good.
Oh, it's so good.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
Sad.
Sad.
It really is.
It really is.
That sounds like it.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, after watching the movie, I now want to make my D&D group fight a bunch of dragons.
Now, after watching the movie, I want to make my D&D campaign. Wait, no, you didn't say that. D&D campaign. Follow the movie.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I play D&D for fun. What do you do for fun?
I play D&D for fun. What do you do for fun?
I like listening to music a lot, and I also enjoy swimming, I guess.
I like listening to music a lot, and I also enjoy swimming.
Ooh, who's your favorite music artist?
Ooh, who's your favorite music artist?
Actually, I'm into K-pop. It's Korean pop.
Actually, I'm into K-pop. It's Korean pop.
Yuck.
Yuck.
Ah, I'm offended.
Ugh, I'm offended.
Chances are you're going to say yuck when I say country music.
Chances are you're going to say yuck when I say country music.
On the contrary, I love Carrie Underwood, and I used to like Taylor Swift when she did country.
On the contrary, I used to like... On the contrary, I like Carrie Underwood, and I used to like Taylor Swift when she did country music.
I can understand the Carrie Underwood, but Taylor Swift, she was never a true country artist. She was a country wannabe.
I can understand Carrie Underwood, but Taylor Swift, she was a country wannabe.
I don't like that. That was mean.
I don't like that. That was mean.
Well, that's just my opinion. Freedom of speech.
Well, that's just my opinion. Freedom of speech.
Well, in my opinion, K-pop is better than country.
Well, in my opinion, K-pop is better than country.
Well,
That is a whole lot of horse pucking.
Well, that is a whole lot of horse pucking.
What is horse pucky?
What is a horse pucking?
I'm not about to cuss. Figure it out.
I'm not about to cuss. Figure it out.
Well, you know I don't cuss. So.
Well, you know I don't cuss, so.
Well, okay then.
Well, okay then.
What's your favorite artist?
What's your favorite artist?
Rascal Flatts.
Rascal Flatts.
I don't listen to them that much.
I don't listen to them that much.
Come on, they do some of the saddest, sweetest music.
Come on. They do some of the saddest, sweetest music.
So do K-pop bands.
So do K-pop bands.
Yeah, but I bet K-pop doesn't do Sarah Beth.
Yeah, but I bet K-pop doesn't do Sarah Beth.
What is Sarah Beth?
What is Sarah Beth?
It's a song about this girl who gets diagnosed with cancer, and she goes through chemo, loses her hair, and all she wanted to do was go to the prom with this one guy. But he still takes her to the prom, and when he comes to meet her, he shaved off all of his hair just for her.
It's about a girl who has cancer, and she loses all of her hair through chemo, and all she really wants to do is go to prom. So when the guy comes to pick her up, he's shaving off all of his hair.
There are stories close to that in K-pop, though.
There are stories close to that in K-pop, though.
Elaborate, please.
Elaborate, please.
There's one by my favorite group, GOT7. And it's called Miracle. And it's a
Interpreter clarification. GOT7.
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 G-O-T-7. And it's about how one of their fans had cancer, no, actually leukemia, to be specific. And it was a little girl, and she had been going to go to a fan meet the next day, and ended up dying the night before.
So there's one by my favorite band, GOT7. It's about a fan who had leukemia. It's about a fan who had leukemia, and interpreter clarification. After leukemia, what happened?
Well, she was going to go to a fan meet, and the night before the fan meet, she ended up dying from leukemia.
So she was going to go to a fan meet, but she ended up dying from leukemia the night before.
There's more to the story, too, if you want me to go. And then after that, the fan's sister had, I believe it was Twitter. She Twitter messaged one of the group members and told him about what had happened, and that inspired the song Miracle, which is one of the reasons I like it so much.
So the girl's sister messaged the group on Twitter and told one of the group members that what had happened, and that's what inspired the song. And it's one of my favorite songs.
I am now sad. Topic change, please.
I am not sad. Topic change, please.
Okay, what is your favorite Star Wars movie?
What is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Empire Strikes Back, of course.
Empire Strikes Back, of course.
That's the fifth one, right?
That's the fifth one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's honestly my least favorite.
That's honestly my least favorite.
Topic change, please.
Topic change, please.
What are your hobbies?
What are your hobbies?
Playing video games, reading books, more video games.
Playing video games, reading books, more video games.
I like video games. They're pretty cool. My brother was obsessed with Zelda, so I grew up with that.
I like video games. They're pretty cool. My brother was obsessed with Zelda, so that's pretty
I'm currently addicted to Apex Legends.
cool. I'm currently addicted to Apex Legends.
I'm still obsessed with Zelda.
I'm still obsessed with Zelda.
I never really got much into it. I own 2 of the games. I've only ever beaten one of them.
I never really got much into it. I own one of the games, but I've only ever beaten one of them.
Which one?
Which one?
Ocarina of Time.
Interpret clarification. Can you repeat that?
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time.
I haven't seen or played that one.
I haven't seen or played that one.
It's the first one, I believe. Well, one of the first ones.
It's the first one, I believe, or one of the first ones.
I've only seen / played, I guess, the Twilight Princess, or can't remember what the one is where they're flying in the sky on birds.
I've only seen or really played one of them. One was called Twilight Princess, and I can't remember what the second one was called.
Okay. You should look into Apex, though. It is really a fun game.
You should look into Apex, though. It really is a fun game.
Maybe.
Maybe.
There's not really any story to it. It's just 60 people dropped onto an island and told last team standing wins.
There's not really a story to it. It's just 60 people dropped onto an island and told. Interpreter clarification. Told what?
Last team standing wins.
Last team standing wins.
See, I'm more into the stories with the video games with stories.
See, I'm more into the video games with stories.
I can understand that. If that's the case, Pokemon. Pokemon games have so good stories.
I can understand that. Pokemon games. Pokemon games have such good stories.
Not a fan of Pokemon at all. At all.
Not a fan of Pokemon at all. At all.
Why are we still talking?
Why are we still talking?
I don't know. It's an assignment.
I don't know. It's an assignment.
I feel you on that one.
I feel you on that one.
How many jobs have you had in your life, I guess?
How many jobs have you had in your life, I guess?
That's sort of an interesting question. It can be interpreted as 2 or 3 because I work currently at Valset, but before that,
It's really interesting. It could be interpreted as 2 or 3. I thought I remembered more than that. Sorry. Go.
because I work currently at Valset, but before that, I worked for the Boy Scouts over the summer, but I worked at 2 separate camps.
So it could be interpreted different. I've worked either 2 or 3 because I work at Valset. But over the summer I worked for Boy Scouts, and I worked for 2 different camps.
I didn't realize Boy Scouts could be a job.
Well,
I didn't realize Boy Scouts could be a job.
Boy Scout summer camps are. They teaching merit badges, cooking, cleaning the dishes, which is what I did.
Well, Boy Scout summer camps can. They teach, well, you can get badges, they teach cooking and cleaning, which is what I did.
Um, I guess that's cool.
I guess that's cool.
It was fun. Pay sucked, but I gotta get paid for camping.
It was fun. Pay sucked, but I got to get paid for camping.
Do you like to go camping a lot, like with your family?
Do you like to go camping at all, like with your family?
That's an interesting question. My dad is not much of a camper. My mom is. So, yeah.
That's an interesting question. My dad's not much of a camper, but my mom is. So yeah.
Me and my family like going camping when we can, at least. Usually every summer, though.
Me and my family like to go camping. When we can, usually over the summer.
So one time camping, I accidentally set up my tent on a rock, and I sleep on my side, and so I had accidentally cut off circulation to my legs in the middle of the night by having one leg pinned between the rock and my other leg. What happened to you that was like that?
So one time when we went camping, I actually set up my tent on a rock and I sleep on my side, and I accidentally cut off circulation in my leg. What's happened to you like that?
I haven't really had to deal with any kind of stuff like that, at least not while I'm camping.
I've never really had to deal with stuff like that, at least not with camping.
Okay, so soft camping.
Okay, so soft camping.
Ouch. That hurt my pride.
Ouch. That hurt my pride.
Well, I one time for Boy Scouts had to basically go and set up a shelter in the woods and survive a night in that. Out of trees and sticks and leaves.
So one time at Boy Scout camp, I once had to stay out in the woods and survive on sticks and leaves and trees.
I've done something similar to that. My youth group had a 30-hour famine where we had to, I mean, technically it wasn't in the woods, but we had to build basically a shelter out of sticks and trees.
So I've done something similar to that with my youth group. We went on a 30-hour famine, and we weren't in the woods, but we did have to build a shelter out of sticks.
Okay.
Interpreter clarification. Sticks and leaves?
Leaves, tree branches.
Out of sticks and leaves and tree branches.
Okay. I wasn't really part of a youth group. Is it any different than the Boy Scouts?
I was never really part of youth group. Is it different from the Boy Scouts?
I mean, I know mine was definitely religious based. Like it happened at my church every Sunday.
So I know mine was really religious based. It happened at my church every Sunday.
Okay. I mean, Boy Scouts are religious, but not like religious based.
Okay. Boy Scouts are religious, but not really like religious based.
Yeah, I know for my youth group it was kind of like the word of youth group kind of mainly meant church friends, like ones that you would have seen earlier that day at church.
So I know for me, the word youth group really meant like church friends. So it was made with people who you would see at church.
Okay. And see, the Boy Scouts, we we accept all religions, but we have like chapel that we try to like where it is like prayer and stuff, but like we try to be very diverse and like
I'm stopping because we're out of time.
okay.
All right, we're done.